A white police officer maliciously was handcuffed and not threatening. On July 28, Alexander 28, was waiting for a friend near Watts 113th Street and Graham Avenue. Two officers from the Los Angeles Police Department told Mitchell to park in a double row with the wrong orientation of the front of the car and then open the car.
What's going on? Roll the windows down. You're double parked.
Door to let Mitchell get off. Mitchell cooperated with the police's request to get off the car and conduct a body search. But Mitchell didn't understand the way the police treated him and had an argument with him. When the police decided to arrest Mitchell for resisting arrest and attempted to handcuff him,
What did I do?
Mitchell shouted loudly. A police officer suddenly punched Mitchell, hit him hard on the chin, and then put on another handcuff, escorting Mitchell to the car. But due to Mitchell's difficulty breathing, he was first taken to the hospital, where doctors diagnosed him with a broken nose bridge.
Welcome back, my PBFL me. Welcome back to an episode of Old School Cops, presented by PBM. You got the three-man squad today. You got almost 100, if not 100 hours, because
Yes.
Joe and I were in diapers, people. We were in diapers.
Yeah.
See, all this great is all that Infamil I had on myself when he was policing. That's what it is about.
you send the videos in and we'll give you an unbiased assessment. We're handing out accountability to everybody. Officers, civilians, dogs, cats, whoever is involved, we are handing out accountability. But this particular video, I like how you sent it in. It's a good segue to our last video. And what I'm saying is that this guy, he was pretty loud talking, but you have that right to. But just look at the mentality of the cop. The cop, for whatever reason, felt that he wanted to use force that wasn't justified. He punched the guy in the face, broke his nose, and he got in some trouble, and the guy got his nose broken. He got a bag. How willing are you? What are you willing to do to get a bag? Like, this is just crazy. Like, you just don't know how it's going to turn out. You be like, hey, a broken nose, 50,000. Somebody say it's worth it, but you don't know if that's how it's going to end. You might have a lot more than just a broken nose. Yeah. So I wouldn't chance it. I know there's professional people that go around getting bags by testing officers, and they're making a lot of money doing it. But you just don't know how far that officer's going to go, whether he's going to impose a broke nose that you can recover from, or you're going to be really badly damaged. Or we seen last week, guy got his head slammed on the concrete and he got permanent brain damage. You got people dying and not making it home. You're dealing with dudes out here that has no regard for life. So you got to be careful when you push that envelope. Your fight is in the courtroom. Yes, he won. He got a bag. The officer got suspended. I mean, if you want to think 50,000 versus his broke nose, it might have been a fair trade. Most people probably would say, I wouldn't mind that bag. But you just got to be careful, man. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, my Joe couldn't have said it better. You got to be careful, guys, because we don't know who you are encountering. The way of policing, of the way that OG, myself, and Joe has grown up is very different today. Their tempers are a lot higher. Their way to assess situations is a lot different. These officers seem to be more threatened of things that Joe, myself, and Ted wouldn't be as threatened as. I don't know what made this guy punch off. I've dealt with a lot of crowds, people talking loud, people yelling and screaming. As far as our folks concerned, we're very animated with our hands. We gesture. We having a good time. That's just what we do. But again, when you're dealing with law enforcement and you're not sure who you're dealing with, you got to play it cool at all times. I would not. I would give this officer an F for punching in the face. That wasn't necessary. It was 4, 5, 6 cops around him. There was no need to do that. It was a bigger individual. Could have took him down if you had to, but I think it was unnecessary. So like what Joe said, you got to be very careful who you're dealing with. You don't know what type of issue this cop's going on. We don't know what happened last night. So please, folks, just be careful. The famous cliche is comply and don't die. But honestly, do your best to comply. Do your best to use your verbal judo. Keep things de-escalated so that you can get home safe, and then get to the court and take it the proper channels. But just please be careful out there, folks. Please be careful.
What's so sad about what you said, and it's so true. we have to train civilians, right, on how to respond to the police, because you got just cops taking things way too far. Like,
Exactly.
it's sad that we got to go there, but don't worry about it. OG going to get elected. We're going
Can't change that. That's right.
a law
Let me-
enforcement.
Let me tell you something, man. You know, there's a time and place for everything, and I've seen a lot of stuff that was unnecessary. I've come on the scene of a police officer shooting an unarmed man who was still in the safe and didn't have a gun on him at all, and he jumped our call. A dog man jumped our call, and somebody lost their life because he decided that they had him outnumbered and they ran over him, and he pulled his gun and rolled over and shot at him, hit a guy in the back in the shoulder blade. He crawled off in the woods and wouldn't come out. Hours later, we go back to the scene, and there he is in the middle of the street dead. That was an unnecessary shooting. They put the dog man on desk at that point in time. But these guys, all three, were inmates already, had just been recently released, and were robbing a restaurant, taking a safe out of the place. When you look at stuff like this, in comparison to this guy getting shot by a cop who he's just running away, it's like night and day. You know, you got to learn how to hold your tongue, and hold your emotions. Now, when shit breaks bad, yeah, okay, you got to do what you got to do. Damn the camera. It's time to fight for my life. So whatever I got to do, I'm gonna do. But in this situation, when you got handcuffs on the guy and he just running his mouth, just let him run his mouth and let it go. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm struggling with the fact that old boy got pulled over, he was double parked, and they end up arresting him.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, let dude go where you feeling out on the man? You want to get out the car and check him out? For what? Okay, he got t-shirt and shorts on. And he rolled the window down. He was being respectful. Why are you taking him out the car? Look, dude, you can't park here. I need you to go on where you're going.
Simple.
Okay, and find a place to park and move on now. Now, if you want to note his license plate number maybe and look it up later, but you on a detail and you just, I mean, come on now. We got to have more common sense than that. Okay, now if dude start running his mouth and talking about, all the other stuff, and and he come over here and I'll tell you what you can do for me, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to escalate it. But yeah, come on now. You probably there on a detail. And now you got somebody else taking pictures of you punching the guy in the face. Everybody watching. And so, of course he got paid. But here's the question, Joe. What if they had taken him to the jail and not taken him to the hospital? So I'm going to give them credit. At least they listened. They learned something from Eric Gardner and all them other folks that died on the streets because they couldn't breathe. When he said he couldn't breathe, he got a broke nose. Hell no, he can't breathe. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a C- for at least taking him to the hospital. That's the only reason why I'm gonna give him a C-. Otherwise, it's an F.
Right. You're right, OG.
People, please be safe. Make it home. Dave, next video.